Hi guys, so for today's reading we are going to be looking into what karmic cycles you are currently working on breaking. You can look at karma as something awful and horrible, or you can look at karma as something that gives you the opportunity to learn and expand and to break the chains that keep you bound. So today that's what we're looking at. We have 3 piles here, 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you guys feel most drawn to. If you guys enjoy this reading, like, share, comment, subscribe. It really helps my channel to grow, and it's a great way to spread these messages to other people who could use them. It's also a great way to give back energetically for the energetic healing session that I'm bringing to you today. Another great energetic way of giving is through donating. You can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wishlist all in the description box below. Also checking out my other channel, D's Storytime, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing over there. That's also in the description box. And leaving timestamps is another great way. So anybody who does any of those things, I really truly appreciate all of you guys for being here to support me as I am here to support you on your path. So let's get started with pile 1. For pile 1, you know, it used to bother me a lot when people went through all of those things. Now I understand why they do. Anyway, so pile 1. He who wants the rose must respect the thorn. Persian proverb. So, you guys are learning that if you want the beauty of another person, you are going to have to accept that no one is ever perfect. That everyone has their flaws. Everyone has their pokey side. Everyone has those things that will hurt you. It's all in how well our demons dance together, not in how well our heroes collide. Shape-shifting. You may be learning to really deal with the different aspects of people. The ways that people can go from somebody that was so amazing to somebody that was so awful in 0.3 seconds. Because that does happen. Because everybody has both a shadow side and a light side. And honestly, it's really good to get to know those shadow sides before you're sucked into something for 10 years. Because let me tell you how much more painful it is when all of a sudden this demon comes out of a box of somebody that you thought had no demons. But everybody has them. And as I learned early on in my life, when something looks completely perfect, usually it's a lot more decaying underneath that. So that's what you're learning from right now and going through. This actually came out in my last reading about the secrets exposed from the ancestors. So if you guys watched that one, let me know in the comments below. Getting into nature and really being able to... Actually, it was the other one that looks like this. It wasn't this one. But this one has come out recently. I don't remember when. Anyway, getting out into nature, finding your peace within is going to help you a lot. Grounding yourself, really trying to stay firmly rooted in your own energy is going to help you a lot. Not allowing other people's actions or behaviors to cause you to feel like it's somehow your fault. Because how people act or respond or whatever they're doing is not your fault. On the flip side of the coin, how you're responding, behaving, acting, not anybody else's fault, but your own. Other people's actions are their responsibility. Our actions are our responsibility, which is why, you know, when I talk about not taking revenge and keeping your hands clean, that's exactly right. Just because somebody did you wrong doesn't mean you have a free pass to go do them wrong. That means you're dirtying your own hands and you're creating your own karma. And so really realizing that in order to let something go, you don't have to do anything. You just have to let it go. You have to work on forgiveness. You have to work on seeing the beautiful aspects, even if you don't want that situation in your life anymore. So there's definitely going to be a transformation taking place within you where you're going to be feeling a lot more fiery. You're going to be feeling a lot more full of passion, insight, ideas, awareness. You're really going to be changing the way that you look at things. The way that you see things is going to be morphing in front of your eyes. And you may even be dealing with a lot of moodiness inside of yourself and inside of others around you, and starting to see and notice that no one is perfect, and that's okay. We are all perfectly flawed. The way that we are is great. You're going to be accepting yourself more, and in turn, you're going to be accepting others more. You're going to be healing your heart and healing your emotions and really being able to accept that everyone is doing the best that they can with the tools they have at their disposal. And most people are not going around trying to be evil. Some are evil. Yes, there is evil people in this world. Generally, those are the ones running around skinning people alive, or raping numerous women, or murdering children, or, that's the truly evil people out there. And there are some that are evil and like to do a little bit of mind manipulation and stuff like that and get a kick off of being the puppet master, but even that is not truly, truly evil. When you look at some of the evil in this world, like Hitler or Stalin, or can't think of anybody else right now, but Ted Bundy. I mean, think about some of these evils, and think about the fact that the world created these evils because the world was not accepting of the fact that there are differences in people, and people are afraid of differences. Differences doesn't make anybody evil. Anyway, you're going to be really stepping onto your throne. You're really going to be opening your heart more, listening to your intuition more. You're really going to be unlocking a lot of insight inside of yourself into your own heart and emotions, and into the heart and emotions of other people. And you're really going to be seeing things in a very different perspective, and you're going to be leading the charge on this as well. You're going to be showing others how to do this healing in their own life. Be grateful, please. Thank you. Sorry. Excuse me. I love you. Manners are a sign of respect. They make everyone feel better. By the way, something similar came out in my ancestors' messages, Secrets Exposed. There really could be a message for you guys over there. And then I started singing the Barney song. Because we talk about please and thank you. Those are the magic words. Use them in the morning, at noon, and night. Something about making everyone feel all right. Really, it takes nothing to be kind and courteous to others. And when you show this sign of respect, it makes people feel good. And it also shows them how you wish to be treated, because how you treat others and how you treat yourself is how you wish to be treated. So other people will take that cue and they will start using their own manners as well. They will strive to do better and be better. And that doesn't mean that they're hiding who they are. It means that they may have realized that they weren't doing something that is very good to be doing. And they may decide, hey, maybe I should be doing this in my life. I could be a better person too. Pushing forward, looking back. Don't lose what's coming over the past. So, don't lose what is coming in over the past, over shame or guilt or remorse or sadness or pain or loss or grieving or anger, resentment, bitterness, jealousy, whatever it is that you're feeling about the way that things happened in the past. Do not allow that to encompass your future too. Heal that. Work through it. Start to feel good about yourself. Start to feel good about others. Start to feel good about situations, and see that sometimes new beginnings can sprout up when you least expect them. Old rules on top of the world. Thunder from Imagine Dragons is coming to mind. Experience is the bright side. A camping trip. Act your age and use some manners. Watch the difference made. When it comes to dealing with your kids, if you're yelling at your kids to do something and acting like it's the end of the world and acting like it's a really big deal, they're going to feel like it's a big deal too. They're not going to want to do it, and they're going to tell you to shove it up your ass. If you're telling your kids that they're a dumb little cunt, guess what? They're going to tell you in your face that you're a dumb fucking cunt too. What you're teaching them matters. If you're telling them, hey, I would really appreciate if you could get this done. It would really make a very big difference. And if you could please do this, that would be great. A lot of times they're going to do it a lot more often than they're not. When people feel like they are appreciated, they tend to do a lot more than when they feel like they're underappreciated. Someone is cheating. A camping trip and someone is cheating. Monster. I feel like a monster. Farm. Wow, those are some odd clues, guys. That must be for somebody in particular there. Toxic energies revealed. So there's going to be some toxic energies revealed. And now I'm thinking about the Thunder song again. Always riding in the back seat. Who do you think you are, dreaming about being a big star? Well, now I'm on stage and you got tickets to my show. So, Losing Grip by, or not Losing Grip, Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne came into mind as I was thinking about that too. But Losing Grip may actually be a song that may help somebody too. Somebody could definitely be cheating, whether you or somebody else. There could be a camping trip involved. Looking on the bright side is going to be very important for you. Experience is the bright side. Knowing what's going on is the bright side. Seeing things clearly is the bright side. Being able to decide, hey, I don't want this in my life. That's the bright side. Being able to move into something else. Being able to see things in the future because of things that have happened in the past. But if we don't heal, we will see those things everywhere, and it will ruin a lot of things in the future as well. Love without condition. Heed the messengers. So loving without condition is going to be very important for you as well. You guys may actually share kids with whoever it is that has cheated on you. And so there could be a lot of bitterness in between you guys, which will create a lot of bitterness in between your children and between your children and you as well. So make sure that you are striving to try to heal this connection, regardless of how much anger is present or hurt is present. Because being able to co-parent is very important. And also, when you start to hate the person you once loved, the person that you had children with, your children start to hate those parts inside of themselves that are like that other person. Or if they are hating you, they start to hate those parts inside of you that are inside of themselves. It creates a lot of self-hate for children. You know, Ted Bundy, everybody's like, oh, nobody knows what happened to him. It definitely wasn't his parents. But sitting and listening to an interview with his parents where his dad was talking about how disgusting it is and how much of a sin it is to be gay. I wonder why he hid his gayness. I wonder why he felt like he had to kill his partners so that nobody ever knew about it. I don't know why I brought that up. But anyway, that self-hate can cause some massively horrible, awful things to happen. 9 of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Do not be afraid of what's coming in the future. Know your value. Know your worth. Heed the messages and the messengers. Know that there's a lot of abundance, prosperity, and fertility coming into your life. You are somebody who's very honorable. You're somebody who has a lot of integrity. You're very honest. You're very committed. You're very solid. You're very stable. You are very grounded. You're a caretaker, a nurturer, a lover, somebody who's patient and kind and giving. And all of that is definitely going to be coming back to you. Love yourself without condition and love others without condition. Love you for your fears. Love you for your anxieties. But tell yourself at the same time, hey, it's okay. We don't got to worry about this. Be that good, strong parent figure in your life. Don't be afraid to pursue your path. Don't be afraid to align yourself. Know that you can handle anything that is coming your way. You're very strong. You're very steady. You're very stable. You are definitely somebody who can handle a lot. You can take on a lot. You can deal with a lot. So there's nothing to be afraid of because you will be able to handle everything that is coming your way. Don't be afraid to show who you truly are, and don't be afraid to take action that brings alignment in your life. Don't be afraid to love yourself and others with an unconditional love that shows that those thorns are not capable of keeping you from being able to take that rose home with you. So that is what I have for pile 1, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys thought about it in the comments below, whether or not it resonated, what may be going on in your life right now, and I wish you guys good luck on this journey and healing. And If you enjoyed this reading, like, share, comment, subscribe, think about donating, leave a timestamp. Whatever ways that you can give back energetically is great, and it really does give to me for the energetic healing session I'm bringing to you today, and I truly appreciate that, guys, and I hope you have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2. Let's see what karmic cycles you are currently breaking at this time. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. You're becoming a lot more confident in yourself, a lot more solid in yourself. You are really starting to respect yourself more. You're starting to speak your truth more, and you're starting to speak your truth from a place of purity and calm. You are starting to really understand things better, and you are becoming a very strong inspiration for other people, a place that people may look to for support, especially through communication. You could definitely have children who are coming to you with issues. And you're being looked to have this optimism, this unconditional love, this caring, this nurturing, this generosity, this beautiful energy that may not have been given to you as a child. The energy that you may have had trouble expressing yourself for a while. Your communication is changing, and you're really being born again in a lot of different ways. You could even be a single parent as well. Your heart is healing, and you, as your heart heals, you are going to be able to communicate with your children better than you have been in a while. You're going to start noticing some of the cycles that have been repeating in your relationship with your children that may have been present in the relationships with your parents, and you are going to be really working hard to affect a change on that front, to be the inspiration, to be the person that they deserve to look up to. You're really going to be stepping into a leadership role, and you're going to be showing them how it's done, how being able to remain positive can change your life, how being able to have hope and optimism and faith can really change things, how believing in angels can change things, how believing in a higher power can change things. You may even be having a lot of company in the near future, or having people show up unannounced. You may also be taking a trip somewhere to see somebody. You may be doing this unannounced as well for some of you. You could also even be getting ready to have a child of your own. And so you're going to be working hard on a lot of the things inside of yourself and healing them so that you can be the best parent that you can be. Finesse. You're learning how to finesse a situation, how to talk in a way that creates stability, calm, and peace instead of inciting anxiety, fears, and hopelessness. Ephesians 6:19 may be important to you as well. You're really going to be feeling very fiery, feeling very inspired. You're going to be unlocking your inspiration as well. You're going to be unlocking your passions, your desires, your wants, your needs. You're going to really be seeing things through different eyes, and you're going to be doing things in different ways, and you're going to be leading the way for others as well. Golden Retriever symbolism may be very important for you too. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. You can lead... Learning to love myself first brings love to me. You can lead a man to knowledge, but you cannot make him think. So, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. You can lead a man to knowledge, but you cannot make him think. Loving myself brings love to me. So you are starting to see that as you love yourself more, as you're more optimistic about things, as you have more hope, as you have more joy in your life, and as you have more fun and good experiences, as you allow yourself to get out there and to really take risks and to do things that are fun and enjoyable things come into your life. As you start loving yourself, caring for yourself, believing in yourself, standing up for yourself, defending yourself, as you start doing things that are healthy for you and good for you, a lot more love comes into your life from the outside. And if you do have children, that means that some of the distance created between you and your children might have actually been because of a lot of self-hate you were carrying around with you, or a lot of hurt and despair, a lot of feelings of not being loved, instead of feeling like you are loved. And you can create love wherever you want that love to be. And you're going to start noticing that as you create that love inside of yourself, those people also bring more love back to you. And you are able to love them more fully instead of feeling like they're doing things to hurt you when they're just doing things because they are hurting. Send back the negative vibes coming at you with love and healing thoughts. It's not yours to carry. They can have it back. So, there is transmuting energy. And there is days where you are too tired to be carrying that weight and transmuting it for other people. There is nothing wrong with sending that back. Also, pray for them. Have loving and healing thoughts inside of your mind and heart for them. Hope that they can really take care of these energies that you're sending back to them, that they're sending out to the world because they are hurt and in need of healing. And also protect your energy, because you may be very empathic as well. And so those energies can really affect you and bring you down. And instead of carrying those on your back, you are now going to be letting those go. Far away. Some of you may be moving as well. Who is standing in your way? So, instead of looking at everyone else as being the ones that are standing in your way, you're going to start looking at yourself and what you can do to change the situation, to close this gap and the distance. All lies exposed. So the lies that have been told are going to be coming out and are going to be being exposed, whether that's your lies or other people's lies. Lies are going to be being exposed and truths are going to be coming out. Open your eyes, be present in the now. Loyalty is coming. So there may have been disloyalty in the past, but now there is loyalty coming in. Because at some points you may have been disloyal in some ways as well, even if it wasn't in having sex with other people. Say you're in a partnership and your partner cheated on you. You may have been disloyal in other ways, not necessarily having sex with people. It could have been in gossiping or in spreading private information or whatever the case may be, but you've learned from that. I don't believe in emotional cheating. I really don't. I believe that people should be allowed to make intimate connections, and that should not be considered cheating, because people should be having intimate and emotional connections. When they get into a relationship, a lot of time they leave behind all of their intimate and emotional connections, and then they have nobody and they're isolated. And it wasn't anybody else's fault. It was their own fault, because they felt like they were cheating, so they stopped talking to everybody and only gave themselves to their person, and that's not necessarily the best idea. That can be very dangerous. Money that was hidden is revealed. Time for a win. So there is money that has been hidden, and it's going to be being revealed. All the lies that have been told are going to be being exposed. This could even be somebody who lives far away from you as well. It's time for you to have a win. Refusing to walk away. You have refused to walk away. And because of your loyalty to a situation, there's going to be loyalty coming back to you as well. No more worries. Things happen sometimes. Address things as they come. So, learning how to address things when they come up is going to be very important to you. Not only does it help you to be able to set your boundaries, it helps you to be able to be honest, it helps you to be able to communicate, it also helps you from keeping resentments buried, because you addressed them when they needed to be addressed. You can't address something 5 years from now and expect somebody to be understanding of the fact that you're still pissed off. And why didn't you mention it before? And they always say that, yeah, because you should be mentioning it. And sometimes it's very hard to do, but at the same time, it needs to be done. A lot of things are saved by doing that. See yourself in nature. Seek the lesson. So, see yourself in nature. There's a lot of humans that think that we are so much above animals. But honestly, we are animals. In some ways, there are humans that are more evil than the most vicious predators that are out there. And in some ways, there are some humans that are more innocent than some of the sweetest, most innocent animals you'll ever see out there. We are all very similar. See yourself in nature. See the strength of the wolf inside of yourself, but also the loyalty of the wolf. Everybody talks about the lone wolf. Well, most wolves run in packs. They're very loyal to their family. They're very loyal to the ones they love. They're very loyal to babies that they randomly found and decided to take in. Babies of species that they usually would eat, they have decided to take in at points. It's time to leave the mental prison that you have been trapped in for so long. You may have been distracting yourself with work, distracting yourself with research, distracting yourself with anything to keep your mind off of whatever is going on around you. What lesson is there in that? Look at the friendships that you have. How can peace be made? How can harmony be made? How can an equal give and take be made in those situations? It's time to get out there and to have fun again, to enjoy the moment. Instead of getting trapped and lost in your thoughts, enjoying the moment and enjoying what's going on in front of you at that time. Yeah, exactly. Looking at the big picture instead of getting so stuck and lost in the details. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, focus on the beauty around you in the moment and enjoy it. Have fun in it. Also, listen for the signs, synchronicities, and messages that are coming into you, because there's a lot of them coming into you. Speak your truth. Once again, about speaking your truth. But speaking your truth from a position of looking at the big picture and not those small little pesky details that are getting in the way of everything. You've been working extremely hard. But the reason that you've been working extremely hard is not so you can spend your life alone. The reason you've been working so hard, the core of it, why you started in the first place, why you had so much perseverance, why you were able to make it through every obstacle, at the core of that was your desire to take care of not only yourself, but everybody that you loved, to be able to take care of the earth around you, the animals around you, the people around you, to be able to be there when somebody needs something, the way that others may have been there for you in the past. And you may have not had a whole lot of people there for you recently. You had to go through this alone for a reason, so that you could see that you are the alpha. The song that's coming to my mind right now is Alpha. Mother Destroyer, yeah, one and the same, pleased to meet ya. You may be a god man, but I am the devil herself. And every person has all aspects of themselves. We all have all aspects. Mother Destroyer, yeah, one and the same. Your mother may have been somebody who was fiercely protective over you. But at the same time, there may have been a lot of abuse that came from her. And those cycles are what you are breaking inside of yourself right now. You may be very fiercely protective over your children, but are there some scars that you're leaving behind too? Recognizing that, accepting that, and loving yourself anyway, loving your own mother anyway. And then being able to work hard to change those cycles. My mother was very abusive in a lot of emotional, mental ways. She wasn't so abusive in the physical ways, but she went through a lot of physical abuse herself. And going from physical abuse is how we make our children listen to us, through fear and intimidation instead of actual respect and decency. She didn't know how to go from that to having the respect and the decency without controlling them in some sort of way. And so she used different methods to control. Ones that she felt weren't as bad. Sitting down and talking to my children is the way that I choose to go. And some people see that as horrible and awful, and I just let my children run around like wild animals. You know what? My children aren't running around beating the fuck out of people when they don't like something they're doing, because that's what their parents taught them. My children aren't going around telling people that they're a worthless, disgusting piece of shit when they don't like what they're doing, because they learned that from their parents. So think about it here for a minute. They may have a little bit of attitude, and they may tell you where you can shove your fucking, where you can shove it. But that's because their mother will tell you exactly where you can shove it if you want to fuck with her kids. And she also encourages them to stand up for themselves, including against me. At the same time, they have to accept the fact that I will stand up for myself against them too. And I had a talk with my daughter about that recently, that I will speak my truth too. I allow you to speak your truth, so you will Sit and listen to my truth too. Because I am worthy of respect as much as you are. I am worthy of being heard as much as you are. If you're able to come to me with your problems, then I should be able to let you know what problems I'm having too. Not all of them, but the problems I'm having that involve anything with you in my life. But anyway, those are the cycles you're breaking. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys had to say about it, what's going on in your lives at this time. And I would really appreciate it if you guys enjoy this reading. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Think about donating. Leave timestamps. Check out my other channel, StoryTime. You can find in the description box below. Like, comment, share, subscribe over there. All of that really does help me out. And it's a great way to give back energetically for the energetic healing session I'm bringing to you today. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3 for you guys. Let's see what karmic cycles you are currently breaking. You are cleaning out the closet. So, the song that's coming to mind is, have you ever been hated or discriminated against? I have. I've been protested and demonstrated against. Picket signs for my wicked rhymes. Look at the time. Sick as the mind of the motherfucking kids that's behind. All this commotion, emotion, temper flaring from parents. Just blow them off and keep going. Not taking nothing from no one. Give them hell long as I'm breathing. Keep kicking ass in the morning and taking names in the evening. Leave them with the taste of sour as vinegar in their mouth. See, they can trigger me, but they'll never figure me out. Look at me now. I bet you're probably sick of me now, ain't you, mama? I'm gonna make you look so ridiculous now. I said, I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. That is Eminem, for anybody that doesn't know. Cleaning out my closet. Great song. And you are cleaning out the closet. You are exposing things that have happened in your family. Not because you hate your family, but because it's time for the dirty laundry to be aired out. It's time for people to see the truth. You know, my ex told me all these years, his dad, he physically abused him quite a lot. He was an alcoholic. And he told me that his mom had no idea. He hid it from her. He never talked to her about it, never told her about it. She never saw any of it. Apparently, he told our kids that she knew every single thing that happened and never did a damn thing about it. And you know what's really funny is I got that feeling anyway. I actually mentioned it in one of my videos a couple months ago, and my daughter just told me this last week. That she knew every bit of it and she never did a damn thing to stop it. Well, I bet you he doesn't see me like his mother anymore. Because anytime there's ever been anybody who's tried to abuse my children, I've stood up and I've said to get the fuck away from them. And if you want them to treat you with respect, then you treat them with respect. Otherwise, they don't need to treat you with respect. If you're going to disrespect them, I don't give a shit if you're their elder or not. It has nothing to do with age. They deserve respect, child or not. As a child, they almost deserve respect more. Anyway, if any of this is resonating with you, pile 2 may have resonated with you as well. You are definitely a very rare breed. You are somebody that is a mermaid in a sea full of fish. You could have been the black sheep, the scapegoat, the person who always took the most severe punishment. My ex actually was that in his family. I was that in mine. You could be the one that was to blame for everything. And now you're starting to look in the mirror and see things very differently. You may have been very angry when looking in the mirror at yourself because you might have seen some of those traits in yourself where you did not stand up for your children and tell people what needed to be done. You did not step in because those people thought they knew better than you, and you didn't listen to your intuition. You did not believe in yourself when you knew better than them because you were browbeaten into thinking that you were somebody who did not know better than anybody else, and that you weren't any good with kids, and that your kids were just wild and out of control, and whatever the case may be. It even may be as a boss, whatever the case may be. You're starting to look into the mirror and you're starting to unlock that, and you're starting to realize, oh, Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror is coming to mind. I also like that new one, the newer one, Mirrors. Well, now Mirrors Justin Timberlake is coming into my mind, but I was thinking of a different one. If I remember, I will post it later. But you're starting to realize the greatest changes in this world come from inside of yourself and not from the world around you. You're healing yourself. You're freeing yourself. You're freeing yourself from this trap of standing back and allowing things to happen that you do not feel are right. Things that you feel like need to be taken care of. Things that you feel like that are important to speak about. You are really stepping up into this energy of expressing yourself and your deepest emotions that have been hidden and locked away because you felt like you were not right for feeling the ways that you were. Instead of letting things blow over, instead of just standing back and making everyone happy and pleasing everyone around you, you're starting to realize that sometimes it's needed and necessary for you to step up and take action. You're starting to realize that you have a lot more power inside of you than you may have once thought. Power to affect change and make change. Libras a lot of times can be very people-pleasing. They can be very indecisive because they're busy trying to make everyone happy around them, trying to make the best outcome for all. Sometimes the best outcome for all is making the tough decisions and stepping up into your power and telling people to eat a dick. Telling people that. And just telling people that, hey, this is the way that I feel things are right. Sometimes doing the right thing requires you not to make everyone happy. Sometimes it requires you to make everyone pissed off around you because you're doing things differently than they think is best. Well, they are not always right. You're not always right, but neither are they. And it's time for you to start seeing that and believing in yourself. We have the scales: diplomatic and urbane, romantic and charming, easygoing and sociable, idealistic and peaceable. Okay. I can't love you because I don't love myself. So, you are also starting to break the cycle of not loving yourself because you're starting to realize that people are having a hard time being in love with you because you don't stand for anything. No offense to anyone here either. I've been in that energy myself. It's been a really long time on that one though. I was very small when I learned this lesson, but I learned this lesson because of big things. And big things may have happened recently that you're starting to see that people were right when they told you that you didn't stand for anything, that they were upset because you wouldn't stand up for them. When you guys were alone, you were talking about things and you said that you agreed with them. And then when you were in front of other people, they did things to make those people happy because they didn't want any kind of conflict started. Well, now there is a conflict because you threw people under the bus to make other people happy. And these are people that were very loyal to you. These are people that loved you no matter what. These are people that would have fought hell itself if it meant that they stood their ground on the things that they believed in. And now you're being inspired to do the same in your life. You're being inspired to love yourself more so that you can love other people fully, so that you can be you when it's required and necessary. I find peace in your arms. What if everything ended tomorrow? What didn't you do that you should have? If the world was ending tomorrow, you'd come over, right? You'd come over and you'd stay the night. That song's coming into mind. I don't remember what it's called right now, but if the world was ending, you'd come over, right? You'd come over and you'd stay the night. What do you want to do right now? What would you regret if you had no chance to do it tomorrow? You're starting to learn what it is that means the most to you, and you're starting to stand up for it and defend it, regardless of what anybody else thinks about it. Guard your heart, but not too much. New money. Intentional harm. Bold. There may have been people around you intentionally trying to harm your connections, and you allowed them to because you didn't say anything. You didn't stand up for what you felt was right. Find what brings you peace. It's within you. You may find peace in the arms of another, but until you find peace inside of your own arms, it will never be true peace. A heart melts ice away. So your heart is going to be warming up The ice is going to be melting. Enjoy the ride, because it can get a little hectic. It can get a little crazy. You can start overthinking things, but it's not time for overthinking things. It's time for following what your heart wants. Dirty talk. Being more bold. Allowing yourself to be expressive. Allowing yourself to say what you like, what you don't like. Looking on the bright side of things, and experience is a bright side of things. Be without malice. Don't let your intentions be dirty. You're learning how to wash your hands and keep them clean. You're learning how to really be who you truly are, to step into your highest form of you, knowing that you belong. You're really understanding that you do belong in this world. By the way, this card and this charm both came out in my ancestors' messages, Secrets Exposed. So there may be a message in there for you as well. You're really starting to break the cycles of feeling like you don't belong, and also of feeling like you're evil, and acting on those evil feelings. Acting in your low vibrational energy. 5 of Wands. Your competition is no longer going to be something that's dirty. I've really grown to despise a lot of the ways that politics is done these days, because instead of actually talking about their own achievements and recognizing their own skills, they're busy trying to defame their opponents. Their competition is dirty. And you may have had a lot of places where you were competing in the past where your competition was dirty, and you're starting to see that now. You're starting to see that you let competition turn you into somebody that you aren't. That competition was your motive instead of compromise and working together. That wanting to win over somebody that you loved because you didn't feel good enough unless you won was what you were working with. And you may even be noticing those changes in your kids too, and that they're doing some of those things now if you have kids. And now you're wanting to change this and break this cycle, not only for yourself, but for your kids, so that everybody can know that they're on the same team instead of fighting against each other because they are feeling like they're less than their opponent. You're pausing, taking a break, looking at things, and deciding what a true leader is and what kind of leader you want to be. You're going to be stepping more fully into your masculine energy and making decisions that are best for yourself and for everyone involved in a situation, instead of just situations that are best for you or situations that make you come out looking good. Instead of caring about winning, you're going to start caring about how you treat people and what decisions you make. And that is going to show in your work as well. You're going to be doing much better. You're going to be feeling much better. You're going to be really looked up to in a much better way. People aren't going to be afraid and intimidated by you. Instead, they're going to feel respected and loved by you. And you're going to feel that respect and love back from those people as well. You're going to be stepping into this more solid, stable energy, this grounded energy, this energy of a protector, provider, lover, kind, giving, generous, caring, nurturing, instead of this energy of being afraid, of feeling like you have to fight, of feeling like you're trapped, of feeling like you're alone, of feeling like you're unloved, unworthy. You're going to start feeling like you are loved, you are worthy, and you can make it through anything. That you are really somebody who is very strong, dedicated, solid, steadfast, because your actions are going to be reflecting that, and you're going to start feeling that. When you improve your actions, it improves your thoughts of yourself. And that's what you're working on healing now. You may have had a parent that was very selfish, that was constantly in competition, that never really felt like they were valuable or worthy. They could have been somebody that when their spouse was doing something that didn't have to do with them, they could have jumped into a very self-pitying mode and cried like a little baby and acted like a 2-year-old and threw temper tantrums and did things to get attention. No matter if it was bad attention or not, it was attention, and they just wanted the attention. And you may have learned how to do that yourself, and now you are healing that and coming out of that. So that is what I have for you guys, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys have to say about it, whether or not it resonates, what you might be going through. And if you guys enjoyed this reading, like, share, comment, subscribe, think about donating to the channel. All of those things really do help me out, and I truly appreciate anybody who does any of those things to give back to me for the energetic healing sessions I bring to you regularly. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye, guys.